Find this and other great figures at BigBadToyStore.com.
What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at the ToQ-Oh Mini-Pla. This is the set for the model version of ToQ-Oh, and I got this in 5 different boxes. It doesn't. Some of the Mini-Plas come in like 1 or 2 versions of the Zords will come in like 1 box, but each one of these guys came in a single box. I can tell you, pink and yellows were significantly smaller than all the others. These guys are tiny. These guys are very, very small as far as Super Sentai figures go. And I was really surprised when I got them assembled just how small they are. In fact, that is ToQ Yellow, and it is bigger than all of the others, except for maybe Red. Red might be just a smidge longer. Take the gun off. But it's, I mean, these guys are tiny, like really tiny. And if that doesn't work for you, here's a can of seltzer water. I think a 12 fluid ounce can is probably more universal, a more universal measure than anything else I've got here. So yeah, it's pretty tiny. With the trains, you can even form the rainbow line. And like every Mini-Pla, it comes with candy. Though the one thing I'm a little bit concerned about with the candy is the candy hasn't changed taste-wise, but it's in a clover pattern. That's odd. I thought ecstasy and other recreational club drugs were in clover patterns as well. Weird.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and get these guys Gattai'd up. Now the Gattai is a little bit different than what we see in the show. Pink and yellow are going to do the exact same thing. Fold out pegs on the sides of the vehicles, and then rotate the front of the vehicles to form fists. Pink's done, we're going to put that off to the side now. So yellow is, well, it's the same thing, just a mirror image. Pull out the peg, turn it, fist. Now, red is a little bit different. What we're going to end up doing here is splitting it in 3 different components. Take the back off, take the middle off, and then we'll fiddle with the front in a bit. The middle, fold up that peg right there, fold that whole section up against its back, and then just kind of leave it alone. Then the rear of the rear of the train, fold the peg down and plug it into the bottom of the middle section, and then flip out the head. And then the front will just fold it up like it does in the show and peg it into place. Now the reason we do this is because of the way green and blue are going to combine with the Mini-Pla. It's a little bit different than the way you might think it's going to go. So we're just going to take red here and look at it a little more and put it off to the side. Now for green and blue, what we're going to do is take them and actually pull them apart. They come in 2 separate pieces, just rip them apart. Take the fronts and fold them up, and then take the pins that pegged into the back of the trains and fold them in. They will peg into the peg holes at the bottom of the torso component. And just get green in there, and we'll get blue in there. Now for the torso, we'll take green and blue after we fix the camera, and twist the tips of the ends of the trains over, pick up what we knocked over, and then that peg coming out of red is going to get pegged into the side of green and blue. So do the same thing on green here. Take the end of the train, twist it around and move it forward. And that little peg sticking out of the top of red is going to peg into the slot on the sides of green and blue for stability. And then we peg in yellow and pink. And we end up with ToQ-Oh Mini-Pla! Mini-Pla ToQ-Oh is a fantastic little Mini-Pla. It's got a few little niggles here and there, but overall it is a fantastic piece of kit. It's a lot of fun to put together and fairly easy. The stickers are always going to be a problem with Mini-Plas. I've never had a set that just has good stickers, or stickers of such high quality that you never have to deal with them once they are put on. It's got plenty of posability in the shoulders, forward and back, in and out, over 90-degree bend on the elbows, and then the fists rotate. He's got torso articulation back and forth, in and out movements on the legs, and then knees that bend and ankles. Oh my god, he has knees and ankles. So you can get some really dynamic poses, which I am terrible at. I absolutely suck at posing figures. There is one nagging thing that drives me crazy about this set though, and you've seen me do it a couple of times. When you put any pressure on that back piece, especially when you grab the middle of the figure, it causes the head component to just pop off. Really annoying, but not that big a deal. It's just more of an annoyance than anything else. Other than that, I can't think of anything to really complain about with Mini-Pla ToQ-Oh. It's a fantastic figure and a hell of a lot of fun. And if you guys can get it, I strongly recommend it. The thing is, though, it is a small figure. Here it is next to the 12 fluid ounce can of, well, seltzer. I like seltzer. I drink a lot of it. And here he is next to AC Arms Gaim and Generations Deluxe Class Starscream. So as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the current crop of Generations Deluxe Class figures, and about the same size as the arm change figures. Still, not a bad size. There is one other thing I want to show you. There is a secondary way to combine the ToQ-Oh, and that is more like the show. So pull off pink and yellow, and then pull the train front off of red, flip the section down, and just reattach red like red is going to be putting the train back together, and then fold that up and it will peg into place. Though clearance can be an issue sometimes. Next, you're going to want to pull the legs off, and then they will peg into green and blue right underneath where green and blue already are. And what you're going to end up with here is something that looks more show accurate, or something that looks more, oh, excuse me, like the deluxe counterpart. It's not a huge difference. It doesn't really do anything height-wise. It actually makes it a little shorter, but you do end up with a more show-accurate look. You do sacrifice quite a bit of posability, though, so just beware of that if you're going to do it.
Yes, the Mini-Pla of ToQ-Oh is dwarfed by his deluxe counterpart, but it doesn't matter because this figure is freaking great. It costs tons less. It takes about 40 minutes to assemble, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, I will admit that the stickers are a little bit finicky to keep on, and he does have a little bit of issues staying together sometimes. That's just the nature of the plastic. There's really nothing you could do about it. He looks good, and as I said, total blast to play with. So guys, I have been Baltmatrix taking a look at the ToQ-Oh Mini-Pla. I hope you guys can get a hold of it. I'll catch you next time.